Hi. Okay. So I think we all need to rechoose our heroes and our social structures. I think there's a massive illusion of power that is confronting us as we go along. I've actually worked across systems, right? I've worked across small companies, startups, run my own big companies, and now I'm looking at larger systems. So when I'm looking at all of this, I'm realizing that anybody who gets paid to kiss your ass is first of all not your friend. So this whole power that comes from hierarchy and positions is a little bit of a fragile system, especially in the current scheme of things. I think something that we need to understand on an individual level, because with technological advancement and with access to interconnectedness via platforms, via all the social media, etc., that is there, and the fact that innovation can come from anywhere and it is no one person's birthright anymore, with or without education, with or without a certain background. Having said that, as long as you can give access, innovation can come from anywhere. It does not have a language, it does not have a gender, it does not have to-do list. It's a beingness. Okay, innovation is a beingness. So on one side, that's the individual who is living in this illusion of power basis, the position and the structures that they come from, the larger, the bigger. I think the larger, bigger illusion is more or less over on one side of it. On the other side of it, there is this, there are two types of innovations that happen in a product or a company or a structure side, which is, one is a Me Too model, where you go and look at whatever is happening across the world and you adapt it to your country or to your environment. We've done that very, very well in the last 50 years. But what I am also seeing is very, very native intelligence built for example, India and Bharat as a whole. And that native intelligence does not have a prototype. I can't find another model similar to that. UPI is one such example, ONDC is going to be another. On a regular basis, I see what you call, I don't really like this word called hustle or jugaad, but these are people who are solving for problems for themselves, so microcosm to macrocosm. So everything from engineering innovations, everything from product innovations, everything from factory design innovations, everything from how do we look at OSs, computers, how do we look at cloud, how do we look at solving for larger problems like irrigation, water, all of this, right? And solving for it in languages, because India is not a one language country. We have 16 plus languages. How do we solve for not just the outside version of reality as to how to be successful, but also for the inner life? There's so much innovation happening in spirituality, and how do we live better as humans, not just for ourselves but for the rest of the world, whether that's yoga, whether that's spirituality, whether that's exporting Gita to the world, all of that, right? This is massive systemic shift. This is not following any kind of societal norms that we have been told that we have to follow, whether that's grahast, shadi, organizations, money, relationships, anything. Look at the breakage and imagine what this will do in the next 5 years. Are we even ready for it? A school child going to school today, by the time they are employable in 2030 or whatever, 2030, with AI and everything else, and with the inner sciences that they will have access to, inner sciences and AGI, imagine that, the combination of that. You think you will have the employee the way you have today? You think you'll have the CEO of today? You think your humanity won't be higher? You don't think you'll be interconnected, and you won't be one is all is one? If everybody doesn't win, then nobody wins. This is a completely different world. Are you even ready for it? I feel ill-prepared, even though I err on the side of everything that I just said is non-structural, and there are no illusions of power if you've kind of changed very, very frequently in your life. And I'm essentially a system breaker, but and also society norm breaker, and I'm very okay with that. I've paid the price for it. I've paid a very, very high price for it, and I'm still standing. So you can pay the price and stand, and that's okay. But let's be mindful so that we are not surprised by this. This is here. This change is not tomorrow. It's already happening as we are talking, and it's been happening for a while. But do you feel it? And if you feel it, can we talk about it seriously? Because if we don't do this together, how do we do it? It's not a one-person game at all. So yeah, illusions of power and systemic breakage at individual and organizational level. Are we ready for it? I am. Are you?